What is going on, Thumbs? This is your boy ThumbBrother2 bringing you guys another post-commentary video of our Week 6 battle of the LDL, the Lonely Draft League, in our battle versus Arthur and the Phoenix Sunfloras. Now, unfortunately, you guys, this will be from the perspective of Arthur's side, not our side. I do apologize for that, but if you are excited to see how this battle goes, definitely leave a like down below, and if you are new here and you want to see more awesome content like this, definitely hit that subscribe button for sure. But let's get into this battle right here. As you guys do see, if you guys missed out on the team prep, actually, make sure you go back and watch that, because we had some interesting tech going on this week, especially with our Weavile carrying, you know, that Groundium Z dig move to handle that Magiarna, which you see he did bring. We brought our Fortress Entei Weavile, Thunderous Therian form, our Gudra, and our Superior, while Arthur decided to go ahead and bring the Miltank, the Crobat, the Kyurem Black, the Delmise, the Mega Metacam, and the Magiarna. But let's go ahead and jump right into this right here. Now, going into this battle, of course, you know, I was extremely nervous, guys. I'm not gonna lie, I was extremely nervous. The wrong play could honestly cost me with Arthur. And he's just an amazing battle. That's all I gotta say. But I'm gonna go ahead and open up with Walnut here. It's a very standard play, and it can really handle a lot of things on the team here, as he goes ahead and sends in his Bluebell, his Miltank. So right here, I believe we are just gonna go ahead and trade rocks. As you do see, the Miltank go ahead and get up the rocks, and I go ahead, I'm pretty sure I get up my rocks here as well. Yeah, so we just go ahead and trade rocks. So, pretty standard turn. I think next turn I'm going to go ahead and, I believe, possibly just rapid spin them out. But, of course, he picks up on this, and he switches directly into the Delmise to prevent me from rapid spinning. He wants those rocks to stay on the field, which honestly just does suck, because this thing honestly just walls the absolute hell out of me. So he goes for the rock slide, trying to get the flinch on me and do a little bit of chip damage. As you can see, that does quite a bit of damage. He gets the critical hit there, and I go ahead and I go for the Volt Switch, Volt Switch, just in case he decided to swap out the next turn. And I get a crit back, so it's a crit for a crit that turn. And so from there, I actually go ahead and send in my Entei, as it's honestly really the only thing that can handle this Delmise outside of my Weavile. I take the 25% from rocks, and obviously Arthur's play here is to go into that Miltank. It's like, it's a 50-50 shot of whether or not that Miltank is going to be thick fat for Entei and Weavile, or Sap Sipper for my Superior. So seeing that he immediately went out into his Miltank, I knew that it was 100 million % coming in for sure. With that thick fat, max physically defensive. So I actually go for the Toxic on here, which worked out really wonderfully in my favor. And I found out after there's a battle that Arthur was literally 2 minutes away from not bringing Heal Bell on his Miltank. As you guys will see, he goes for it this next turn, as I swap into my Superior, as my Superior can actually two-shot this Miltank, since it's the thick fat variant. But unfortunately, as you do see, this Miltank is carrying the Heal Bell. But you know what, I'm feeling really good. You know, I feel like I can, you know, just set up a substitute here, and it's going to be really, really nice. But Arthur goes ahead and swaps out for his Crobat, as I go for the substitute. Now, I unfortunately in this match made a couple really bad misplays, as one of them was this next turn here with this after the substitute. I get out the substitute, and I was thinking I was in a safe place, but because I don't face a lot of Crobats usually, I completely forgot this thing got Infiltrator as a potential ability. So this Crobat's actually just going to go for the Brave Bird, Infiltrate right behind my substitute, and just end up knocking me out, which sucks because I thought it was completely safe for one turn. And, you know, it just sucks because, like, that tech would have been so nicely played out if he didn't have the Infiltrator. But from there, I'm gonna go ahead and switch directly into my Joey Galaxy. He does, of course, take 25% from rocks. He's actually gonna go for the Super Fang here, staying in on me, which is crazy. So he's gonna bring me down to half my health there. I'm gonna go ahead and set up an agility to guarantee me to outspeed everything on his team, which is super, super nice. So now that I outspeed, I'm going to go ahead and go for the Thunderbolt and get the knockouts on this Crobat. I'm thinking, okay, this is good. Yeah, I just gotta keep this momentum going. Gotta keep this momentum going. And then here he sends in the Metacam, which fake out at this range, I believe, could have killed me. But I accidentally calced this wrong. I'm not gonna lie, I calced this wrong here for this fake out damage, if I'm not mistaken. And so because of that, we do see it goes for the fake out. This thing could have knocked me out. I didn't have the right Pokemon up, and so that was actually a min roll there after I recalced it, after I realized what was up on the screen. So I could have potentially lost Joey Galaxy there, but he goes ahead and swaps out, knowing that he can't really do anything to me, which reveals to me he doesn't have Mach Punch. But now the Kyurem Black comes in, which I found out was Scarfed as well, comes in. Takes 25% from rocks. I go for the Thunderbolt, and I actually end up getting the paralysis on the Kyurem Black, which was crazy good for me, because this here then allows me to guarantee the outspeed and to go ahead and land the Focus Blast. Ladies and gentlemen, I will say this continuously week for week. I believe I do not miss Focus Blast. I will miss Stone Edges, I can sometimes miss Icicle Crashes, but I don't know, like 9 times out of 10, I will always hit a freaking Focus Blast. But down goes the Kyurem Black, in comes the Mega Metacam, which actually is a really cool shiny, by the way. But I figured that Joey Galaxy, you know, there's not much left I can do here since he can't come in back in Rock. So I'm just going to go ahead and let him go down to the fake out to get a switch in. Now here, let me pause the video right here, guys. I swapped into Scotty. This was my big misplay of the game that unfortunately ended up costing me the game. Spoiler alert. What had happened here was, as I was going for, what I wanted to do was I wanted to see what kind of set this what's it called, Mega Metacam had, to see if it did have any elemental punches at all. So I was looking at my screen thinking, who are my win conditions here? And my win conditions are definitely going to be the Entei and the Weavile. And as I was saying that, Weavile was right next to Chestnut, our fortress. And I was going to click on Chestnut just to see and look to see if he had anything else hidden up his sleeve, or if he wanted to swap out, maybe like into the Delmise and stuff, and I could double out into it. But unfortunately, with that thought of Weavile and Entei on my mind, I misclicked here and I sent in my Weavile. And so I'm praying that here that he thinks that I'm like Flynium Z for this thing or something like that, some sort of super special Z move that Scotty could have besides the Groundium Z. And I go for the knockout, praying that he swaps out onto something else, but unfortunately it's not going to be enough, and he reveals the Fire Punch. So my win condition, one of my win conditions against the Miltank and the Magearna are down and out, unfortunately. And now without that Weavile there, Entei kind of just gets bodied and walled fully by Miltank. As I do send in the Entei, it goes down to 50%. And it's unfortunately just a downhill battle from here, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Mega Metacam switches out back into that Miltank. There's nothing more I can do here. There is honestly nothing more I can do to this Miltank. This thick, fat, fully defensive, bold Miltank can just sit on the field all day and stall me out of all my moves that I ever could think of having. But I do get the burn, which is really nice. But he does activate his Citrus Berry, which is super stupid, as he just gets more health back. He doesn't need to Milk Drink, he just can go for the Heal Bell. So I go ahead and I swap out directly into my Escargot, hoping that I can knock this thing out on the special side, because Escargot is an Assault Vest. He can live a few hits, he can hit really hard. As the Milk Drink actually does go off here, because it's burn damage and not toxic damage. Arthur was thinking, no, I could just get full health and then go for the Heal Bell the next turn, which is really good thinking on his play. Here, for me, I'm just gonna I believe I went for the Thunderbolt here, if anything, as we do see Arthur go for the Heal Bell. Yeah, I go straight for the Thunderbolt, and I'm really wanting something. I'm wanting something to come from this, and Thunderbolt does a decent amount of damage as he goes ahead and goes for the Body Slam. And here is where Arthur actually misclicked. He does get the paralysis on me as well, which sucks, but here is where Arthur misclicks, if I'm not mistaken. I go for the Thunderbolt now that I get the -1 drop. And here he actually goes for the Heal Bell when he went to go for the Milk Drink. So here I'm thinking that Thunderbolt can't do it, and so I go for the Draco Meteor, guaranteeing the kill, and I miss the Draco Meteor. And I have never been more upset with myself to miss another key moment in a battle before. This Miltank walled me so much, and that Draco Meteor with that misplay was my one possible chance to bring this game back, because after that, of course, you know, it's just sad, guys. It's just honestly sad. It's just honestly sad. If the Miltank would have gone down, I would have been able to switch things around and do what I needed to do to definitely guarantee that I could at least make this a closer game. Entei could have possibly handled the Magiarna for a little bit longer. I did figure out after the battle it was a Trick Room Magiarna. So there's really nothing I can do at this point. I'm at a -2 and I can't switch anything out on this thing right now. So it's just very unfortunate, as you guys see. The turns are going to keep going. He's going to keep hitting me. Big whoop. I'm going to get paralyzed this next turn. Oh, maybe not. But I'm just going to do as much damage as I can, and he's just going to go ahead and just knock me out with a Body Slam, because, you know, all that's left is Fortress and Entei, and both of them I can't do anything to this Miltank, which is very, very unfortunate for us. So the battle's just going to play out. I send Walnut in. I want to try and see if I can get rocks off the field for Entei, but of course, you know, he's going to straight go into that Delmise, preventing me from doing anything of the sort, because he just wants the win condition. He definitely wants the higher differential for this battle for sure, and he actually reveals that he has hidden power. Oh no, I actually go ahead and hit him with a hidden power Ice, which of course does next to nothing, but I think he turns around and he actually hits me with a hidden power Fire, which is actually really, really cool planning on his part. If you guys did not know, or actually goes for the Rapid Spin to get rid of the rocks on his side of the field, that's right, and then he goes for the hidden power Fire. But if you guys want to see Arthur's side, thoughts on the battle and his team builder, definitely go ahead and check him out at TheLazyGhost. I'll make sure to leave the description I'll make sure to leave a link in the description down to his videos and stuff. But nothing is really going to stop, nothing's really going to happen more than just Hidden Power Fire is going to come out, knock out the Fortress, Entei's going to come in, which means the Miltank comes in, and the Miltank is just going to just completely body us with Body Slam, quite literally. So yeah, that's going to be the battle. I'm just going to let the battle play out. I'll probably end the video before it actually ends. Yeah, Mark's going to walk, I mean, not Mark, Arthur's going to walk away with a very, very nice 4-0. He misplays for sure. I definitely misplayed when it came to accidentally sending in the Weavile. The Draco miss was so, so crucial, and such a key moment for me to potentially bring this game back. And it's super unfortunate that that was the case. But, you know, that's Pokemon for a reason. You know, a couple weeks back when we faced Mark was lucky enough to get a triple protect, and I got the lowest potential roll possible, and you know, that's affecting us all these weeks later now as we head into the final weeks, where we still have where we still have a shot for playoffs, but it just depends on where Mark's record is as well. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go for the Sacred Fire, do as much damage as I can. It's gonna Milk Drink, go for the Body Slam, and knock us out next turn. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Like I said, if you enjoyed this and you want to see more content like this, definitely leave a like down below. Give it a thumbs up for your thumb brother. And make sure you actually Body Slam that subscribe button down below to see more awesome content like this. But I'm going to get up out of here. My name is Thumb Brother to you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.